break down prison. Okay, so we're gonna break down prison. So we got everybody in showing love. Thank you, everybody showing love to the Cash App. I appreciate you guys. So let me bring up the song. So we're gonna break down prison. I'm gonna break down the lyrics for the song Prison. Somebody says, I don't know why you don't have 1 million subs yet. We getting there. You know, we're going to keep on working, man. We're going to stay positive.
Everything's a lie. Everything's a prison. Everything aside, you don't see the.
Can you guys hear that? Let me know if you can hear that.
Everything's a lie. Everything's a prison.
Can you guys hear that? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear that.
Everything's a lie. Everything's a prison. Everything aside, you don't see the symptoms. Everything you try only feeds the system. Everything's a lie. Everything's a prison. The same reason why Lil Pump is eating office is the same reason why Donald Trump is in office.
That's the first line. The same reason why Lil Pump is eating office is the same reason why Donald Trump is in office. So basically, what I'm saying is, I believe that the society is at a point where, like, for instance, somebody like Donald Trump, who's our president, who got elected, he got elected because for me, I felt like he was a spectacle. Like, he was on TV. Like, nobody thought he would win back in, when was that, 2016? Nobody thought he would win. But the whole time, I'm like, yo, this dude is probably going to win. Because whether you liked him or not, everybody was talking about him. It was like the spectacle. Basically, he won by being a troll. He won by trolling. Same thing with, like, people like Lil Pump and the rest of these rappers. They're not good rappers. You know, they may have good production. Shout out to Corey Eckhoff. Yo, make sure you guys, when you hit the Cash App, make sure you include your email so I can include you on a chance to win. I'm giving away this beanie. So make sure you include your email, okay? When you hit the Cash App, because I want to give away some prizes. But basically, back to Lil Pump. So that's what the line is. The same reason why Lil Pump is eating office is the same reason why Donald Trump is in office. Basically, they got put on by trolling.
We fail society as a whole, so how can we blame him when our president is a troll?
So this is the example. The president, how can we blame him? We fail society as a whole. How can we blame him when our president is a troll? So I don't even blame the Little Pumps and the rappers who do this shit for the clout. It's the culture that we created. You know what I'm saying?
How can we blame kids when adults are hypocritical? We say do as we say, not as we do. That's the rich.
How can we blame kids when adults are hypocritical? We say do as we say, not as we do. That's the ritual. You know, sometimes when parents say, don't do what I say, don't do what I do what I say. You know what I mean? But the problem is kids be like, yo, no, what? Like, don't do drugs. Well, mom, I saw you doing drugs. Or, you know what I'm saying? Or I saw you doing this. I saw you. So basically, kids are going to do what their parents do, no matter what. You got to set the example. So how can we blame him when our president is a troll? Like,
and Kanye said slavery was an amalgam. And 2 weeks later, you niggas still bought his album.
So Kanye said slavery was an amalgam, like this mixture of like, oh, we in bondage, but we want to be free. But we want to be enslaved. Like, remember when he said slavery? That sounds like a choice. Now, I think I understand what Kanye was trying to speak on. He was speaking on mental slavery. But at the same time, you can't just say, oh, that sounds like a choice. No, it wasn't a choice. At this point, we still are suffering from some of the mental effects, but we have to educate ourselves and know, like, these things can't control our mind now, even though we face real physical, real world problems. Yo, Corey, I got you. Appreciate you. Thanks for putting in your email. But we have to be accountable. We have to be accountable for ourselves as well. Just like we need people who are doing the oppressing, they need to be accountable for what they do. But at this point, we need to be accountable for what we're doing moving forward as well. So, but my thing is Kanye made these comments about slavery, and 2 weeks later, motherfucker still went and bought his album. I don't know.
I don't trust the po-po or the crack dealers.
Cause both of them motherfuckers are black killers.
Both of them motherfuckers attack niggas. Now they controlling us through our rap lyrics.
I don't trust the po-po or the crack dealers. Cause both of them motherfuckers are black killers. Both of them motherfuckers attack niggas. So basically I'm saying drugs is killing black people or killing people in the hood just as much or more than any other, the police. I don't trust the police or the niggas selling dope. You know what I'm saying? Because both of those people are destroying our community. So I know that people who are selling drugs, a lot of times they're doing it because they have no other way of survival. But that's what I'm saying. We have to take personal accountability and start educating our communities, educating our young, saying like, look, this ain't the way to go. We can change this thing around, but it's not going to change it. We're not going to change things around if we continue the same cycle.
Everything's a program that's programmed. They program the kids while selling their own brand.
They program the kids while selling. So that's what I'm saying. Like, what good is it doing if we look at our music and all we see is we're promoting negative imagery, materialism, misogyny, drug abuse? How can we ever get out of that? And my problem is I don't even blame the rappers as much, even though they need to take personal responsibility. But what about the record labels? What about the corporations that are getting behind this, that are promoting our women to be hoes, that are promoting our rappers to be pimps and drug addicts and drug dealers? Like, we've moved on from being drug dealers. Now we want to be drug addicts. So everything's a program that's programmed. They program the kids while selling their own brand.
Don't band together, they
banning us from existence.
But you stubborn niggas still show resistance.
I'm keeping a distance.
The difference is the tensions what they're pursuing. Media outlets have outstretched past review.
The difference is attentions what they're pursuing. Media outlets have outstretched past reviewing. So now media outlets, how many times have you seen, like, now the media personalities, they want to be famous just like the artists. They don't want to really make journalism. They don't really want to critique and document the culture. They want to create, they want to spin it so they can get attention. So whatever gets attention, even if it's not true or even if it's not positive or uplifting to the culture, they don't care. They just want to be the artist. They want the focus. So they create controversy. The media personalities, like, look, when you look at online, you see everybody's a blogger, everybody's doing interviews, doing podcasts. And a lot of times they're more famous than the rapper. You know what I'm saying?
Now, the interviewers are
interviewing the interviewers.
They want to be stars more than the artists they're in view of.
The interviewers are interviewing the interviewers. They want to be stars more than the artists they're in view of. So the interviewers aren't interviewing you because they want to get information. They're getting interviewed because they want to create a moment so they can become famous. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying this is what it is now.
Basically, you don't want to stand in the place of me. I would never take complacency at the pace you lead. I will ache and...
Skewed, basically, you don't want to stand in the place of me. I would never take complacency at the pace you lead. I would ache and bleed. Now I'm just flexing with the rhyme. Skewed, basically, you don't want to stand in the place of me. I would never take complacency at the pace you lead. I would ache and bleed. So I'm not gonna, this skewed vision of reality, I'm not gonna participate in it, even if I have to ache and bleed.
I'll take your plea, I will shake your plea, make you crease. You want the...
I would never take your plea. I would never take your plea, shake debris, make decrees, you warn them. How perfect must a black kid be before we feel free to mourn him? So now I'm going back to talking about when you see young, like, I always take it, for instance, like the Trayvon Martin situation. Trayvon Martin was an underage kid, was killed by somebody who wasn't even a police officer. Like, I understand police brutality. That's horrible. This dude wasn't even a police officer. It's like, yo, how can you just do that? Like, so, how perfect. And then they always show this image of black kids being, the images that makes them look the most villainous. So how perfect does a black kid be before we have to show them in a positive light or mourn them?
How perfect must a black kid be before we feel free to warn him? Born into poverty, liberation is property.
Born into poverty, liberation is property. So freedom is like wealth. Like, your freedom is worth more than anything.
Properly put it.
Hold on. Limitations are let me go back a little bit.
Like it before we feel free to warn him.
Born into poverty, liberation is property. Limitations are properly put in place, even I can see. So now I'm talking about the lack of opportunities presented to people who are considered the lower class, usually people of color, usually black people. So born into poverty, liberation is property, limitations are properly put in place, even I can see. Everything's a bureaucracy, everything from Barack to thee. So now I'm playing bureaucracy, Barack to thee, I'm playing with the words. Everything's a bureaucracy. So everybody talk about the president like Donald Trump is horrible. But you know what? Or Joe Biden is this, or Donald Trump is that, or Obama. It's like, yo, in reality, the bureaucrats are they're the ones that control what the president does. The people who vote them, the people who pay for their campaigns, the people who donate to their campaigns, the people who donate to the Democratic Party, the people who donate to the Republican Party. They're the ones, the corporations, they're the ones. Shout out to Juan Dominguez. Yo, once again, I'm giving away this beanie. If you want a chance to win the beanie, make sure you donate to the Cash App. But when you donate, make sure you add your email. Include your email in the message. So if you win, I can contact you. Shout out to everybody that is that's supporting so far. I appreciate you guys. So yeah, if you want to win the beanie, donate to the Cash App. When you hit the Cash App, make sure you include your email in the message so I can contact you if you win. $10 get you 1 entry. $20 get you 2 entry, $30 get you 3 entries, so on and so forth. The more entries you make, the better chance you have of winning. I'm gonna sign this beanie for you. Let's get back to this prison.
Everything's a bureaucracy.
Everything from Barack to the
current day cabinet, they just look for the cash.
To this, everything's a bureaucracy. Everything from Barack to the current day cabinet, they just look for the cash in it. So you know.
Educated through YouTube, it's brutal. The literary standard for information is Google.
Educated through YouTube, it's brutal. The literary standard for information is Google. I always get people sending me like these conspiracy videos. Yo, Lob, look at this, look at that. Did you see this? Like people think they're like scholars based on some shit they saw on YouTube. Like, you know what I'm saying? The earth is flat. All this kind of shit. It's like, bro, have you ever like seriously studied? Like, have you ever read, like, and I'm not a person, I don't believe everything I read, but I try to take in information from people who are scholars, and I'd be like, oh, you know what, this doesn't make sense, or this does make sense, blah, 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 this doesn't make, you know, I try to, but you're not going to get that information just from watching a fucking 15-minute video on YouTube, or a 10-minute video on YouTube. Yo, bro, they're trying to control us with this, and that's like, yo, educate yourselves, then maybe you can look at things a little differently. So I'm just saying, it's very easy to sit up and fucking watch a YouTube video. Okay. I had to switch my position.
The internet is our classroom. Graduate from your bathroom and spew stupid shit like a gas.
So basically, the internet is the new classroom. Graduate from your bathroom. Usually people sitting on the toilet or whatever on the internet and spew stupid shit like a gas fume.
Assuming you can make the way, I'ma have faith and embrace my fate. I'ma make way for the days I prayed. I'ma raise my grade and escape your bait.
I'ma make way for the days I prayed. I will raise my grade and escape your bait. So basically, I was praying for the days that I could be in a position where nobody controls me. Nobody, I'm not controlled by misinformation or being dictated what other people want me to do. You understand what I'm saying?
Stake my claim, ain't no y'all, take my aim. You can build walls and prison us all. When karma come back, you can't
You can build walls and prison us all. When karma come back, you can't debate. So building walls, I'm talking about the physical wall that, you know, the president was trying to say like, oh, we want to build a wall. You know what I'm saying? And the figurative, the metaphorical walls that we try to build and try to imprison people, you know, by judging them or saying like, look, these people are this way, those people are that way. You can build walls and prison us all, but when karma come back, you can't debate. So when you do that, understand that karma can come back on you.
I speak for what's pressing and feed from aggression. No need your discretion. I peak when niggas least would expect it. I leaped in the metrics, creeped up with a gleeful expression, a lethal obsession. So even in defeat, there's progression. So basically, I speak for what's pressing and feed from aggression. No need for discretion. I peak when niggas least would expect it. I leaped in the metrics, creeped up with a gleeful expression, a lethal obsession. So even in defeat, there's progression. I'm like, so basically, I'm saying like, even through all this bullshit, I keep on elevating. I still keep on going up. Whether people judge me, whether people say this about me, and I'm saying it for you too, no matter what it is, like
look, guess what? Guess when you say, oh, Lock has did this or Lock is doing that, guess what? Every time I keep on growing, I keep on, because my mind, I try not to let the outside world clutter my mind. You know what I mean? Yeah. So
everything's a lie, everything's a prison. Everything aside, you don't see the symptoms. Everything you try only feeds a system.
everything's a lie.
Everything's a prison.
So when I say everything's a lie, everything's a prison, I'm just saying like all these lies, all this bullshit that they feed us is kind of keeping us in this mental prison. You know what I'm saying? It's a mental prison, you guys. So let me get back to the stream here. Let me get back to the stream here.